Good morning. Welcome to ABC123Trader. This is Mike, and I'm doing a really early day today. This is for education, and this will also help you to understand the charts. We're going to I'm going to teach you how to start building charts for looking for support and resistance here. I have a lot of people who email me questions. I can teach you teach you where to find support and resistance, but what I'm going to be doing as well is I want to show you the basic setup of how to design charts so you can get your support resistance, and I don't care if you're using CL and all this other stuff. So let's get into it as soon as possible. So this YouTube live session is for educational purposes only, and trading futures can be extremely risky because of the margins. So just make sure if you can't afford to trade, just simulate trade like crazy until you can get going there. Alrighty, so let's get into it, and I'll do an analysis as well, but we're going to be doing today something totally different. So let's get into it. Alrighty, good morning everybody. This is Mr. Mike, and I am up early today. This is actually the first day I felt good in a couple of weeks. I've been really under the weather ever since that Super Bowl. Anyways, what I want to get into today, guys, is I'm going to start doing a top-down approach on all the charts once again. And the reason why is the past couple of weeks you saw tons of different charts, and probably a lot of you guys might be getting sometimes confused. And what I want to do is I really want to go slowly to understand and of what I look for. And the bottom line is the market has predicted what I wanted, personally, what I believed what was going to happen, and it has happened. And before we even start the charts, I want to show you one thing today, because we talk about phases and we'll get into the swing scan. Alrighty, market's been going up ever since the election, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now take a look at this. Tesla drops another 6% in pre-market, bringing two-day losses to 14%. Bitcoin, there was another one on Bitcoin here. Bitcoin extends a slide, tumbling below $50,000.
Follow Majid. Said hi Mike, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Morning, no. So now what you can see in the news here, Tesla dropping 6%, Bitcoin dropping below 50, futures fall, big tech slide, futures drop, scary. Pour fuel into the market. Sell, okay? This is what the thing I want to show you before we get into it. Okay, Fox Business. Let's see what they're saying here. Under siege, scary words. Texas under siege. Fed Powell, head to Congress. Right? This is what I'm showing you. More fuel. Now, if you're reading between the lines within the next few days, guys, read this. House committee clears new COVID package with more stimulus payments. Okay? They're setting up, guys, for the buy-in. Okay, so this is what I need you to understand when you're going to start looking at the chart versus the news. The news is the accelerant or fuel to make the market move, and they confuse us all the time so they can take our money. Okay, so once you understand where we are in the buying and sell phase, because they use scary pictures, all that subliminal messaging, then we can get into the charts. So when I start saying in the book, start writing what's happening in the markets, then we can get into the technicals. Now what I'm going to do first thing this morning, we're going to always do a top-down approach. So what I'm going to show you here, actually the very first chart, I'm going to be doing a lot of charts here. Now let's go to a minute chart. we'll go 15 for now. Okay. RTY 15. Let's just do it like crazy here. ES 15. YM 15. And let's just take a look at everything here. Is that April? Sure. Why not 15? Good enough. And let's see if the rhythm is the same. Here we go. Let's crunch all these charts up. Gold is always usually the inverse, okay, guys? So you have to remember that. Okay. Markets go down, gold should be going up as a general rule. Now, as you can see, today, 15-minute chart, sell off, sell off, sell off, sell off, and oh, that's gold. Okay. And then you can see it bounces up perfectly, 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 and now drop, 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 drop. So, like I'm trying to reiterate in your heads, guys, it doesn't matter what instrument you're trading, as long as you can get used to, if you are a YM trader, practice on YM. If you're an NQ, I'm showing you NQ because of the volatility. NQ, RTY, ES, much slower, so it can give you time to think, but you might second guess yourself. That's the only thing I want to give you a warning about. Now, let's get into the daily chart. And if you didn't receive the new update on the daily, there's just an update that I did on the weekend. And all I'm going to add, actually, I'll do 2 indicators today. We're going to add, of course, the swing scanner. But I'm only going to put 1 for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the historical lines, guys, right here. Okay? Now take a look at this. Yeah, it's working now. So as you can see, that sell phase, if you had one contract, by the time it broke down, and it was a big runner today, guys, for this whole week, it went back to the previous, no, the previous one's down here, 825 points. So when you think about it, that's $16,000 that a potential that you would have made if you took that line in the sand, guys. This is what I'm talking about, pinpoint trading. Now, as you can see, the harmonics worked perfectly, okay? The buy phase was here, you made a lot of money. It kept on going. The sell phase came in here, we made a lot of money. So what I'm saying is, if you are trading, guys, I know counter trend traders, it says it should turn around yet. It should almost turn around. It's ready to turn around. You fought all this way down, okay? If you're scalping $100, yeah, you could do some counter trend, but think about it. It's easier to go with the trend than without it. Now let's go back on a few series here. These last 2 phases has been amazing, and it is a deep, deep retracement, guys. So this could be our correction. This possibly could be a correction of the market, but if we take the line here, it's probably lining up perfectly. But as you can see, look how it tapped this line. Maybe we'll get back to our original phase. We don't know. Maybe it even goes deeper. Maybe they're putting that scare tactic. But they're trying to get a really good price point, guys. Where are we here? Maybe to this one. Possibly here yet. Well, this is more than I expected, but we hit range A to range B on a daily chart, guys. Think about it. Now we have 3 days left. It is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So by Monday, Sunday morning, or Monday morning, 27th. What is the 27th here? There you go. So maybe they're gonna do that last little phase here, and then we can start buying back in. But this is what you have to understand. The accelerant to scare you. And they're really pushing it, guys. Okay? And now the sell-off. Now imagine if you could have made $16,000 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in 1 week of trading session of just letting it ride. But I know some people, you guys don't have that that liquidity, but at least you know which direction it's going. Yes, it can fail, as you can see here, but you still would have made a little bit of profit during the consolidation zones. But when she's running properly, the harmonics are working. That's the very first thing. Okay, remember, we're doing chart by chart because I need to get this educated for you. I've already made my money this morning, guys. I was up early. I took that runner, but we'll get into it later. That's why I have it on sim, because I'm not cashing anymore. I had a really good day this morning, early this morning. Couldn't sleep. But we can get into it and try to pinpoint some trades here. Okay. Now, second thing. The reason why I always do a top-down approach is if you know the energy on a longer time frame, imagine a train. It takes time for it to reverse or stop. So this train has been moving for a while and she's really accelerated, and you can start seeing it's starting to slow down. It's getting to that point, okay? We're getting into support and resistance areas, but at least we know we had our projections. Okay, now once we add another chart, and you don't need to add the charts, we can always delete it. But I just want to show you. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, look at this. From an NQ to a YM. See, the YM is it was tighter. It was holding. Okay, and if you go to an ES, see, the ES is following its pattern again. So our ES looks like it wants to come down more. If we were an ES trader, for example, 92 points. So that would have been 100 points, would have been 12,500. So a little less movement, but maybe a lot safer. I don't know why this marking should 227. Let me just check something here. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing this. This thing should pop back. I don't know why it's doing that hiccup there. But as you can see, it doesn't matter which chart you're trading. Let's take a look at RTY. A little more choppy, right? Let's see where we're located on the RTY. Even with RTY, with that bounce back day, $82 points. So that's 820. So it's basically the same as, that's at 5. I'm brain hiccuping here, guys. So as you can see, you're still making your monies here. Okay, let's get back to NQ here. Alrighty. And the reason why I'm choosing NQ quite a bit because of the volatility is because where the big players are right now is Tesla. They're all playing that game. It's kind of like a leading indicator at this point in time. So now let's get to the 4-hour chart. We're going to keep it simple. 240. And let's just do as simple as possible. I'm only going to put one indicator on this. No, 2 indicators for sure. We are going to do time scanner. I want it for 1-hour analysis. So I put 1 hour up here. Check mark 60. And then all I want is market maker right now. I might even add one more later, but for now, I want to keep it as simple as possible to see if everything is working correctly. Interesting. She's hammering down. Still probably could go down a little bit more. Did we get market maker in there? Oh yeah, it won't work. Market maker doesn't work on 240 here. That's okay. So what you can see is when we started crossing over, if we follow the times, 208 points. So this one kind of held till bottom to here. So you had a loss of 1,000. And then from here, from the top of the bar to where it is now, 297. Boom, boom. And what the key is, when you're using a time scanner, guys, we know we're in a sell phase, so the accelerant's supposed to be going down, and you can see it is. So the sell times, as you can see, these are your accelerated sell times. This one held for the day. Okay. There we go. Oh, I don't have more times here for now. So let's say February 15th, 14th, 15th. Okay. When did this start? February. That was February 11th. Okay. Let's see where February 11th was. So when I was showing you the times, 15th, 16th here, now as you can see, this was finishing it up, the weekend, and away we went. From buy to sell, buy to sell. So when we look at our time saying, okay, at 7 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time, this was our sell-off. Next time 11 here, next time 9 o'clock. I did this one here. I waited, I couldn't sleep, and I took this runner down, and it went. So I'm happy. But so this is the key. So right now we are at three days left. We're getting close to an area of support and resistance here. So you can see support and resistance, and here's our market line. So maybe it could even punch down another 200 points. We don't know. But this was a I don't think it will, but whatever. Because we have our 10 o'clock here. Maybe it's from 11 to 9 for that last run. There has to be some type of bounce back coming sooner or later. But remember, our mind focus is still on the sell phase until we can see a major turnaround. We haven't seen it for, let's see how many days here. Whoops. Yeah, daily. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. I mean, she should be wrapping up by now. And the accelerant is still there. Because look how big these bars are. The accelerant was beginning and wiping down, and this just started picking up steam. Okay? So, when in your book, once again, I'm going to keep on reiterating this, guys, because I have people saying, I see all this information going down, but why am I buying? Please tell me. I don't get it. I get emails. Well, I see it coming up. I see the patterns coming up. I don't care. Yes, patterns will work. If you're not experienced enough, don't do it. Just play the energy, guys. Okay? So we're done this chart, these three here. This is how I usually set everything up. And we can do a 15-minute one as well, I guess. So we're working our time down. Let's create another chart. Let's put it to 15 minutes.
Said she had more.
Good morning, Biona Scorpy. You just missed the big lecture. Anyways, so now when we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, now what we have to do is we saw the run, and now we can start seeing where consolidation is. Let's add the most simplest indicator just for support and resistance. Whoops, not chart template. Sorry, guys. I hate when it does that. Now, let's put market maker. Actually, I'll even put market cycle. Let's see how much energy is happening here. Simple as possible. There we go. Now, as you know, how many days do we have here? Okay, I need a few more days, guys, because I don't have any support and resistance on this zone here. So what I'll do, I'll increase it from 15 days. Let's go to 21 days, 3 weeks back. Let's see if we have any support and resistance coming up. Nothing yet. Okay, let's go 30 days. There we go. We got some support and resistance levels. Now take a look at this again, guys. This was our overnight session. We punched through this level, and look where it's vibrating on this level here. I'm going to open this up. Okay? And we have some nice, really big gaps here. This range here, if you recall, I just marked the bottom of these wicks here, kind of within this region. So we're saying possibly, see, this is 100 points. So remember, this is a big, big range. We're just trying to look at projections, of possible projections where it could go. Okay. Let me do it this way instead, so you can understand. Let's get a little, hopefully a little more accurate. From here, and the reason why I'm choosing that, I'm just looking where these two things are topping out. And let's bring this down to the bottom of those wicks. I actually would rather go right here. Let's see. No, we'll put it there. It's still a really big range, but at least we know. Okay, that's why I chose it. Kind of like this bottleneck here, we've already broken down in these zones here, so we know it might be able to get a little bit farther. Okay, now, and as you can tell, see that even number here, 700, if it does go. But if we looked at our overnight session, from this was the Asian session, and now what you can do is, because we're trying to figure out our ranging, I wonder if I should put that on there for you guys. Let me try one more thing here. Let me just do one more thing here, just to keep it as easy as possible. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, I'll keep it on the 15-minute chart. You can see the high of the session and the low of the session, and this is your 50% line. See how this 50% line is literally touching a market maker as well? So things are kind of lining up. So if what we're going to do is, when we looked at our top-down approach, remember, we're still in selling phase. Look how aggressive that is. And we said it was $16,000 profit if we started from here to here on a sell contract. We have a 10 o'clock warning sign. So top of the hour at 10 o'clock, we have to see what the support and resistance is. This could be just a pullback, and then 11 o'clock could be our big sell. Look at our time gap. It could inverse. We don't know. And now we have our projections. Now, the thing I like about it is, actually, this will be a good template for you guys. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. As you can see, let me just check one more thing here. I want to see something. I just went time scanner on a 15. See if there's any. I want to keep it as clean as possible here. See if our times are working. 12:30 worked here. 4 o'clock. See, you're still in the buy phase. 7:30. So we got a 9:30, 10:45. So it looks like 10:45 they want to do a sell off till 1 o'clock. I'll just keep those times there. As you can see, it was working quite well here, but we're grouping up here. But as you can see, first thing in the morning at 9:30, if it does do a buy-in, it could go up to here. Let's say at a 50% line. But what we want to do is, as a consistent trader, because look at the slope energy, guys. See, it's a lot of energy yet. It still needs some time for it to curl. Now let's take a look at this. Let's focus this. See, she's nice and flat here, and this was, and then she started breaking down. And once it starts breaking down, you've got your train moving, right? So it will eventually come back up here. But we have to give it time. Now let's see, because we're trying to pinpoint our energies. Come on, there we go. Right now, volume point of control is right here, but it is kind of like a bell curve, nothing major. So she's playing, and you can see it's still playing this range. So you really have to watch out. But now we know. Look at all our energies. See, they're all pushing. ES wants to push down. YM wants to push down here. They're playing here. We have, once again, backtrack, Tesla, scary news, accelerant again. And yeah, so, and then we know where volume point of control is. So when the market opens, we're going to see what the vibration is. Okay. So now what we're going to do, since we've got to that level, for pinpointing an entry of a trade, let me see here. Well, actually, I'll do one more chart here, and then we'll go to the pinpointing area. We'll go to a 1 minute chart. Keep it as simple as possible for you guys. Now let's take a look at this. It already had its runner. Okay, guys? So we have to really take it with a grain of salt. We're going to add swing market analyzer, and the reason why I use it, actually, you know, I'm going to leave everything as is on the swing market minus this. I'm just going to uncheck this one, actually, and then I'm going to uncheck the price, but I'm going to leave everything else, and I'll teach you a little bit about this information here. Okay. Now, once again, look at this, negative 1.75. If you are trading before market open at that percentage, what happens is, if this number is large, these swings are usually large. Okay, so you need to understand this. Swing up to down here, 57 points. This one had a little bit of consolidation bounce, 21. This one way down here, 100. So when you get large numbers like this, means it will bounce quite a bit. Even though this doesn't look like it's much. 74. 53. If this number is 0.2, 0.1, probably your swings will be like this. 11. Okay? Something like this. Before it dropped. 11. See? Much smaller. So this is what you have to understand. What your mindset is. If it's a large number, larger the swing. And it's relative to every single market. So if you are in an ES, if you are on a GC, if that number is big, you will expect larger swings. Okay? So you're putting fuel on the fire. So when I designed this, and this was actually when I sold my first packages, it was actually a Wall Street trader that was teaching me this. I have to adjust these numbers accordingly. So when I said it was under 0.5% either direction, I wanted 35 ticks before my candle started flashing. I made flashing colors before a possible swing. See, it's over 1.5. So that's 120 ticks. So that's, you know, that's a big swing. So after 120 ticks, which is, what is that? 520 is 5 points. 25 points. See, it's even higher than that now. So it's all relative. I gotta actually email him and ask him to update the numbers for me. But so this is what you have to understand. So when we're playing, if you're trying to trade the NQ, it might be too rich for your blood. So what you can do is, because we know, and I've been teaching you, these chart rhythms are all relative. Minus GC, don't worry about GC. So what you can see here now, if I'm looking at these rhythms of the chart, and if I'm seeing consolidation on NQ here, but this thing is following a nicer path, maybe I can say, okay, well, this path is much nicer. I might use an RTY to trade YM. See, the rhythm is the same. This could be inverting or changing. But I'm just trying to teach you guys here. So now we know on a 1 minute chart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one of the simple, or what we're going to do is we're going to put a market maker or market open. We're going to put, and with this market open, I'm going to leave it as 2 times, 2 market opens. I'm going to turn these off. I'm going to put it to, I think it was 3 a.m. That's for London session, and that's all I want. And then I'll put a stop out to find out any areas of targets, and just the Williams for now. Before actually, and VWAP. Use your VWAP to see which side of the point of control you're on. Okay. Now, as you can see here, even at night on the NQ at 5 in the morning, it was moving. Look at your background here. This background here represents, oh, you know what? I want to do one more here. One of my favorite indicators, day trend. I'm going to put a 10-minute chart. It's only one trade opportunity at a time, just on day trend, but it just gives you your bias. Yeah, see, we were at the selling phase. This one took off like crazy. But as you can see here, yeah, see, she's consolidating. Now, this is what I was talking about on, once again, how the Williams work. See this purple? Means it's getting ready for exhaustion, and it did that last move before she turned. See? One big move, and it took a while, but as you can see, one wave, next wave, finish off. So they wrapped it up to wherever their target was. And what you want to learn is swing to swing, swing, possibly going down, swing going up. This one just hit the tip, going down, up, down, right? If I was trading on a sell phase, I'll see this turn around, get to a consolidation, and try to sell off. Do it again, sell off. But now, because, where are we here? Let's see here. So with the London session being open here, you can tell where it tapped. If the market is turning, reversing, our reversal area, we know, actually, I'm going to put a region here. That will be the interest, one area of interest for waiting to pull back A, and then of course the other region would be there as well. Okay, so as you can see, if the market starts pushing up, see where it's close to the VWAP, this is your 50% mark, so I might just tap and bounce, and the slope is aggressive. If we have an aggressive slope, you know, see how she will bounce a few times before it turn around. And then our second opportunity, this is where market maker is, right up here. This is the market maker line. So if it does take off first thing in the morning for the pullback, this is where we can look at. And plus, look where the stop out is, stop out 50% line. So it looks like we can hit vibration and reverse. We'll see what happens. And then here was that ultimate target that I showed you once again, right here. Now, let's get to the trade chart. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a brand new chart, 2 of them. I'm going to move an NQ. I'll move it here. We're going to go a range chart, 4. That's all we need. Okay. Looks ugly. Let's move this across. We don't need this. Crunch that up. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay, and let's put, I'm going to put the tick chart original as is when I first designed it. Okay? And I'll show you what the difference is. because of the volatility on the tick range chart, this range here, okay, let's put it here so you can understand. A range size of 6. Okay? So the range right now is 6 ticks for every range. So 6, 12, 18, 24, up to 48 ticks. Okay? Because the market's being so slow during the night, you can use this as soon as you see, get your first entry and away you go. Let's see where the groupings are. The groupings that you see here are the areas of interest where you want to enter if you know the market's going in that direction. As soon as this thing drops, here's your first grouping for your sell-off. Okay, and you can go back and forth. What happens is, right now, because it's ranging like crazy, okay, on a 6 range, on an NQ, I find it when it's during the day. Let's go back to yesterday. It can get really crazy like this, okay? It can still hit our harmonics, what we're looking for. But these pullback reversals and then a pullback reversal kills you. So what I've done, I've increased it for the NQ to 15. And the reason why, I want less signals. I want a deep enough retracement such that we didn't hit every single wave. But if we do get in a deep enough retracement and it hits it right on the money, and look at our time, see this here, guys? Even if you take it from here to here, there's your 16 points. But I would look at my support and resistance. So right now, see how she's just reversing right now? And I said this is first thing in the morning. Look how nice, look at the beautiful thing that you have here. 74, 77, 75. We have 3 numbers of support and resistance. We know this is a major support and resistance level just before market open. And it went down to 69, so we have to put that in our memory banks. But look at this, it's 75 again here. So maybe they were just knocking some stops out for the reversal. Okay. I'm on simulation today because I've already done my trading. I made my profits. And let's see, we're 4 minutes before the open. And what it might be, look at it go. We usually try to find out. See this. Oh, it's just too big of a number to take the first thing in the morning. But the key is what you want to do. Just add. What you want to do is enter basically on the line, or enter when you're seeing where the grouping is as close as possible to the yellow dot. So when you see it push up like this, comes back down, you can put actually like a sell limit here for your push down. And as you can see, if you did get it within that yellow dot on the second attempt, even though we're going to support and resistance, you did make your 300. Right now it's reversing. And my mindset still is to sell, but this would be, it's starting to turn blue, so this is a buying opportunity going up. But I myself, I'm not looking for buys at all. Even though you're thinking you're, what is that, FOMO, fear of missing out? I don't fear about missing out anymore, and it took me a long time. If I don't trade for the day because of fear of missing out, I don't care, because I want to follow the rhythm. Okay? So the last chart, we're 3 minutes before open. Actually, I forgot to show my trade map. I'm going to be putting on, for myself, on the NQ, and it's all relative, depending on which one you're trading. We have our volumetrics. The reason why I like volumetrics is there's so much volume coming in and out that it can try to give you an idea. And the indicators I use that I created for it is the energies. That's all I call it. Finding out it works very well. And I'm going to put on my transition and my zones of interest. Done and done. Now, what I'm finding out more and more since I'm getting used to this chart here, once it's, well, we're just before market open, so I'm not going to do anything about it, but as you can see right here, once you start getting in the consolidation zone, you can actually start ranging back and forth, back to center to make some profit for scalping. Okay? Right now, I don't want to get into it. Our mind focus still today, even though there, we've had a big drop at what was it, 1.7? Let me see here. We're at 1.66 right now, 1 minute before the open. So 1.66 might go up to 0.8, and we have areas of interest. If it goes up, this is 50% retracement. If it goes up like crazy, this will go back to, let's see where we are here. Let's see where we are. I can't remember what the other one was. I think that was, wow, look at that move, eh? First few seconds. Volume. Okay, so let me see where the other one was. Oh, market maker. So that's what we know. So, and the reason why when you have such a high volatility of at 1.7, imagine this, guys. This is market open at 9:30, 16 points within, well, we're still not even in the first minute. That's why you don't want to get into that stuff. You gotta let them play their game. Okay? Now, what I'll be looking for, and I've been trying to teach you guys, the most consistent way to trade is if you're trying to find a system. It all depends. What you want to do is, we've already decided our game plan right here.
For sharp, then trading is actually easy. Show patience, wait for your levels, support and resistance to see how price reacts around those levels. Take your intended trade with your stop loss you plan. For sharp, the key is to identify those levels.
He just answered it. Exactly. Identify the support and resistance, because what they want to do is they want to bounce it back to the center. We've been always taught to look for breakouts, and breakouts can work, but once they do, and as you can see, look at RTY selling off, NQ is holding, everybody else wants to do a sell off. Okay, I think this thing hits the extremities. So what you can do is, when you're looking right in the beginning, everything's pushing hard, except, well, I have to get rid of the scope one. But as you can see, NQ isn't behaving the same way as these guys. They're holding. So they might be bottomed out right now. Okay? But we don't know yet. And what we said in our game plan was, we know the energy is still there. We still have possible points of interest. We know that the buy-in is at 10 o'clock. She still could break down. They're just pushing on volume. And then let's see what happens, or see what happens. See, at 9:30 right now, 9:30 to 10:45, it should have fired right up. So you can see the banks are holding it. They still don't want it the market to go up yet. And what I was trying to show you guys is 50% marker is a very powerful tool here. And of course, market maker. Once she starts pushing, possibly, because we do have a big gap here, guys. So you do have areas. I don't want to counter trend trade with you guys today, so I'm not even going to do that. But as you can see at -0.1, -0.81, 0.82, I really don't like these numbers just before market open, but we have to see how the market performs. Now, the key is what I was trying to teach you guys today, because I went one chart at a time, 2 minutes in the open. When I say if you're coming down, this is your area of interest to enter a trade. See, it'll actually show you. It was, I want to see how much time it was for this one. It's a little too fast today. Actually, that's 5 seconds. It's a little too rich there. No, was that 5 seconds? Yeah, it was 5 seconds. But what it will do on the harmonics, once you know what side of the trade you're in, and
A sharp Fed market maker identifies a lot of those levels.
very true, Isham. Look at this go now. She's finally breaking down. See, I'm not trading today, guys, because I did it like I said this morning. I took the London. I was up for London. I made my money. But as you can see here, she's trying to push down. And the reason why we have accelerant, like I said, this is your accelerant key here. And they're wrapping up their session. So they really want to get to those levels. Now, since it already broke down to 12,940, let's see where we are here. I think this is the last accelerant day, guys. They shouldn't be selling off any more than this. This will be the very last day before they start settling it down for the next phase. See, it already dropped from 93 to 34, 70 points within, geez, 5 minutes. That's insane. This is, and then let's get to, let's go to negative 2.2 already. Jeez. If it keeps on going down, it's probably going to hit 12,841. Because we have a 127 extension. Here's your new market maker line here, guys. That's where it wants to go. So you do have a nice big gap here, but he has to break this. It's just too many. It's just too many. 936 high energy bar. We got to get a reversal, and then we can get in for the second trade. It'll probably be right at somewhere right around 10 o'clock. Because they already, yeah, they did their big punch here. So from 8 o'clock last night till, yeah, right chart. 8 o'clock last night. 350 points. That's insane. Jeez, that's insane. But they got their accelerant on, so now I'm going to transition over to this chart, and see what you can see now, guys. That first 7 minutes was a 70-point drop. Look at all that sell-off energy. Okay, we know every 50 points is kind of a support and resistance as well. But what we need to know is, let me get to the other chart that I have here so we can go back and forth. Our game plan was to sell. And I want to show you something here, how violent the market is. So you know you might have to switch to a different chart here. Now let's, where is this transition again? So we had that initial sell-off, which was crazy, from 93 to 26 within 64 points, so $1,000 sell-off. within 93, within 2 minutes. If you have the money, go for it. If you don't, you have to wait. And then look at the knee-jerk reaction coming up here. So it is going to start pushing again. So that was your second wave. And what I'll do for fun, because it is sim, don't do this what I'm doing, guys. This is a super extreme sell market here. I'm just doing it for fun. But the market is so fast. See, it'll hit a 900 level. What you can do is, if it is working that aggressively, let's see here, 12, 11. Let's see where my target is. I'm going to do this just for fun. Like I said, I'm already done trading today, guys. So right now, wow, yeah, she's a runner today, guys. I said in, because my mindset was for a sell-off. What I'll do is, hopefully it'll hit 50. So it likes 50 marks. I'll actually go 55, 5 points ahead. Now, watch how fast this thing can reverse on you. See, we have all this grouping here. Now, what I can do is, if you're worried about it, see this grouping here? Let's say it does reverse on you. No, that's going to go again. But you can literally put a sell limit right up in this zone. See this? You can go control 3. You know your volume, because we know we're on a sell-off. Come on, load up. Now, look to the left to trade the right, 78. Do we have anything on 78 here? Nothing, okay? So we're good to go there. When you start seeing grouping numbers like this, no, she's still gonna go. You have to watch, right? See, 76, 74, 83. Look how fast she's going. Wow. And then, because we have so much accelerant, look at that, it's almost at $1,000, guys. This is insane. But yeah, they're gonna push her down. See, 60, 61, 62. Yeah, she's gonna drop her down. Every 50 level is good. But now let's start taking a look. I could close it, but I won't. I want to see what happens for fun, because it is simulation. Now take a look at this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? No. I'm going to change this, guys. This is what I'm saying about Fibonacci's here. I'll let him play this game. See where it says 41 right here? I'm going to put it to 4150. I'm going to kill this one off. Okay. Remember, this was overnight range. It never hit this 50%, right? So I took a projection at least 121. We know this is market maker here. Okay. And it should hit 4150. And we're at 51. And remember, I said 50 is a area that's of concern. So at 50, if it starts bouncing back at 50, I can close. 43, 46, 43, 46, 47. Okay, good enough. Hit 50. So basically that trade, I know, was because we know the accelerant was on today. That was a $1,100 trade. Okay. Now I took it on a grain of salt, but because I knew the accelerant was on, because of looking at this, see how everything dropped down? It was a big bar. We knew where our support and resistance levels are, right here. So we literally, and this is about where what we're trying to find out here. See this marking? We know it should get back to the previous phase. Well, this one was previous phase. I was thinking it would have finished here, but it didn't. They wanted to finish it off. But look at this. We're right on the money. Okay, guys? And then if it goes down to this low, and this low I chose because of previous support and resistance here, and you can see where it's wicking. So it might wick here, and then might be done for the day. But because it's a runner,
On Wednesday, right?
let's see here. And the reason why is, look at this, we're at 2.7. We're almost already doubled. So with this dropping off, what was the low on this guy? Let's see where our low was. 43. It was almost at the Fibonacci retracement. So we had our target. So the key is, if you guys are trading now, because of this big drop off, we have to wait till we're only 15 minutes in the open. But the key is, what we have to do now, it got to hit 41.50. There you go. It hit 41.75. There you go. It hit my Fibonacci retracement. So, see the grouping? Boom. Another grouping. You could have took a couple shots here. Deep retracement. Go. That's the key, guys. Area of interest. Area of interest. This one was deep enough interest, but see, look to the left, trade the right. And I said you could have put a limit order in that zone. See where that limit order is? Now look at this. Where did it hit? Really close within that zone, that grouping there. And then it took off again. And then once again, you could go sell limit here. It's already a little too late now because I was just talking. But that's where I would have put my sell limit. See the 50% zone? And then it will probably get down to next level. I'll just show you here because it is a runner today. It's the runner day. It's too late now. Where's my other chart here? If every day was like this would be gravy. So, okay, where Isham was saying, see where it tapped? We're at market maker line, guys. Okay?
Order canceled.
Here's our market maker. And the other thing, if it breaks through market maker here, our second area of interest, well, ICE has 800 level, but we have Fibonacci 141. If it breaks this level. And if it does, what you can do, okay, what you can do is we're at market maker level. Don't break down yet. I was going to just put an order in. Okay, so what you can do, sell limit,
Order submitted.
back in this zone,
Order filled.
and if it does go down, wow, look how fast it is, guys. Remember, we had a 800 level. And we had it at see, it's at 946. Could be the reversal, but whatever. We're just playing here. And yeah, see, you're right in that level here. So we're at the market maker is 86, right? So buy MIT.
Order submitted.
So I'll go, instead of 86, I'll go 88, or at the 800 level where it's even. 18, 19, 20. Hit her. Done. Yeah, she's falling like, and there you go. It hits 86. There you go. I'm gonna shut down this video. It's too violent today, guys. But technically, those two trades is, by the time it finished, said and done, was $1,600. But I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to teach you, because remember, all these videos, if I start doing a real live trading room, then I would have to figure something out here. But this isn't, and now it's going to go to 126. This is the market I was thinking was going to hit here, guys. So it is going to hit this level. It's pushing it. But what you have to realize, if you get up early in the morning, you look at, set up your charts. See, she already broke this level, so it should be going to here. So there's that support and resistance. Let's see if it breaks down. It might even tap to here. That's what they wanted. Our time worked perfectly. Top of the hour, 10 o'clock could be the reversal, 11 o'clock. I think this thing is just going to consolidate between these two areas, or this will be a failed signal, one of the two, because she's already done. And you can see where it hit 141. Big rejection here. So it might be getting ready for 10 o'clock reversal. But if you start following the sense saying, where is it? I'm on a sell phase, stick to a sell phase. Don't think of buys. I'll miss my opportunities for the days. And then work with time, energy, and then at the end, pinpointing a trade for entries here, you can make your points, and you're done, guys. Oh, shoot. Wrong time. Let me do this one more time. Transition again. Let me go back to it. This is what I want to show you. 141 extension. We got her. But what I said, if you put your mindset looking at sell-offs, see? Mindset was sell phase. Think of selling. Time phases. Looks good. We know this broke down aggressively, but I had projection 127 to 141. First one was here. Isham talked about market maker. This thing will probably go to this level. And then once you have that all said and done, then you have your roadmap. And this was the final drop off because, like I said, since first thing this morning, really early, accelerant. Keep the fear factor, dump more product. They're setting up for the buy phase, guys. They're setting it perfectly. Okay, other than that, guys, I'm taking off. It's only a 20-minute video. It's for education. Like I said, I made my money this morning, so I just like to try to help you understand how the market works. Other than that, pinpoint your trades, trade safe, and you guys